few months ago, we checked out the Razer Opus entry-level ANC headphones, and overall, I was very impressed by them. They have a spectacular build quality, and they block out a ton of noise for a pair of entry-level ANC headphones. So I thought, hey, let's check out the Razer Hammerhead Pro truly wireless earbuds. And overall, these are a decent pair of truly wireless earbuds that I'm not mad at.
Now, price-wise, the Hammerhead Pros retail for $200, but quite frankly, I'd feel more comfortable picking these earbuds up at around $150 or a little less, because simply put, there's a lot of competition around the $200 mark that do outperform the Hammerhead Pros. But nonetheless, if you want to pick these earbuds up, they'll be linked down below. Now, as with any other pair of truly wireless earbuds, first let's go over the carrying case. So it's quite obvious that the Hammerhead Pro's case takes a lot of inspiration from the AirPods Pro's case. But overall, this case is a little larger than the AirPods Pro's case. This case has a slightly larger footprint, and it is a little thicker. But nonetheless, the Hammerhead Pro's case is small enough for everyday carry, and you're not going to notice it too much when you've got it in your pocket. And from a build quality standpoint, this case does not disappoint. This case has a matte black finish to it, which makes it very easy to get a grip. This lid snaps open and closed very nicely, just like the AirPods Pro's case, and this case also has very strong magnets in it, making it very easy to put your earbuds away. Now, this is going to be a first for me, but I feel the magnets in this case are a little too strong, because sometimes it can be a little hard to take these earbuds out of their case. Now, I've gotten the hang of how I'm supposed to grab onto these earbuds, but I did want to point it out because there is like a slight struggle to get these things out, whereas there isn't with these other earbuds.
Now, when it comes to charging this case, it charges via a USB-C port, as it should. And the Hammerhead Pros also come included with a braided USB-C to USB-A cable, which I think is a very nice touch. But unfortunately, I do gotta point out that this case does not have wireless charging. Now, personally, I don't mind not having wireless charging because I still prefer to use a wired connection to charge my phone. But I do gotta point it out because wireless charging is becoming a rather standard feature for earbuds in this price range. Regarding battery life, these earbuds have an advertised combined battery life of 20 hours. The earbuds themselves can go for 4 straight hours with their active noise cancellation turned on, and the case can supply an additional 4 charges. And personally, I found with their active noise cancellation turned off, these earbuds are good for around 6 hours of playback time. Now, overall, the battery life on these earbuds is decent and they'll definitely get the job done. But when compared to the rest of the competition, the Hammerhead Pros are lagging behind a little bit because most earbuds in this price range do try to target that 24-hour mark with their active noise cancellation turned on.
But now let's talk about the earbuds themselves. Regarding fit, the Hammerhead Pros are a pair of in-ear earbuds, but they don't go in deep into your ear canal like a standard pair of in-ear earbuds, like let's say either the Galaxy Buds Plus or the Sennheiser CX400BTs. The Hammerhead Pros are a pair of shallow-fitting in-ear earbuds, like either the AirPods Pro or Jabra Elite 85Ts, which help provide a more comfortable fit, but still manage to block out a decent amount of ambient noise. But one standout characteristic about the Hammerhead Pros is that they actually come included with a few different ear tip types, which is very rare these days. Personally, I like using the standard ear tips here because they're very smooth, so they're super comfortable. But if you're looking for a more secure fit, then you can go with the translucent ear tips, which are more rigid than the stock ear tips, so they do provide a little more grip. Or if you want a super secure fit and if you want to block out the most amount of noise here, then you could go with the Comply ear tips. But personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Comply ear tips in general because they do get itchy after a while. But nonetheless, I do think that it's pretty cool that the Hammerhead Pros give you options. But like I said, I do prefer to just use the stock black ear tips with these earbuds because they're the most comfortable ones here. But these earbuds can still wiggle out a little bit, similar to the AirPods Pro.
Regarding connectivity, each earbud establishes a connection with your phone. So if you just want to use one earbud at a time, you can use either one, it doesn't matter. And this is the type of connection setup that we want to see from earbuds in 2021. Now, when it comes to performance, these earbuds have zero latency across the board when watching movies or videos on your phone, whether you're using an iPhone or an Edge device, which is always great. But these earbuds also have a, hold on, gaming mode where they'll improve their wireless connectivity to get you an ultra low latency connection. Overall, this is just stuff that manufacturers say because I really can't tell a difference. This isn't going to improve your KD ratio. Now, when it comes to audio codecs, these earbuds do have support for SBC and AAC, which is pretty standard.
But now let's talk about listening to music with these earbuds. One of my main complaints about the Razer Opus ANC headphones was that I felt their bass lacked physicality. So personally, I find it very ironic that the Hammerhead Pros have much harder hitting bass this time around. Now, overall, the Hammerhead Pros are a pair of fun sounding earbuds. Their bass has a lot of kick to it, it even resonates a little bit, mids are well pronounced, and distortion isn't a problem for these earbuds at higher volumes. And the active noise cancellation on these earbuds really doesn't change how they sound. But the instrument separation and soundstage on these earbuds isn't the best. They sound a little narrow, and sometimes the bass on these earbuds can get a little muddy if you're listening to something that has a lot of bass. Basically, the Hammerhead Pros sound like the AirPods Pro if the AirPods Pro's bass actually resonated whatsoever. Now, these earbuds have a few different EQ modes to choose from, but personally, I just don't like any of these pre-made EQs. They either sound too tinny, too shallow, or too nasally. But thankfully, these earbuds have a fully customizable EQ, so you can make them sound however you want. Overall, these earbuds sound fine and they should please your average listener, but if you're looking for better detail, better instrument separation, or cleaner bass, then you might want to go with either the Galaxy Buds Pro or the Sennheiser CX400BTs. Now, when it comes to media controls, these earbuds are using touchpads. You can play and pause your music, you can skip a track, and you can go back a track. And overall, the accuracy of these touchpads is pretty good. They aren't overly sensitive like the Galaxy Buds Pro's touchpads, and they are much more responsive than the Galaxy Buds Live touchpads. And through their app, you can customize the layout of this touchpad. But unfortunately, these earbuds don't allow you to adjust the volume of your music. You're either going to have to use your phone to adjust your volume, or you're going to have to ask your voice assistant to do it.
But one gripe that I do have to point out about these earbuds is that for the life of me, I can't figure out how to turn off their voice prompts. Every time that I put them in, they'll say Bluetooth connected, or if you turn on their active noise cancellation, or if you turn off their active noise cancellation, or if you set them over to their ambient mode, they'll say ANC on, ANC off, ambient mode. You know, these things talk more than Horizon from Apex. Personally, I just like setting my earbuds to just have tones instead of just full-on voice prompts. But now let's talk about the active noise cancellation on these earbuds. Plainly said, the ANC on these earbuds really doesn't compete with, let's say, the ANC on the Galaxy Buds Pros, AirPods Pros, or Jabra Elite 85Ts. They really don't block out too much noise. And quite frankly, these earbuds really struggle to block out those higher frequency sounds. Now, if you were to use the Comply ear tips on these earbuds, then they are going to manage to block out more noise. But that's because the Comply ear tips are providing a better seal, so they're passively blocking out more noise that way. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of Comply ear tips because they aren't super comfortable for long use sessions like the stock black ear tips. Now, like I've mentioned in the past, I don't really care for the active noise cancellation on my earbuds, and what's really important to me is the quality of their ambient mode. And overall, the ambient mode on the Hammerhead Pros is really good. Their ambient mode sounds almost as natural as the ambient mode on the AirPods Pro, and their microphone array does a really good job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors. Now, these earbuds will still pick up some wind noise if you're hit with a hard enough gust and at the right angle, but it's still pretty good. My only complaint is that these earbuds do have a low-pitched hiss in the background. Now, the hissing on these earbuds is nowhere near as noticeable as the hissing found on the Galaxy Buds Pro, and you're not going to hear it if you're playing music in the background or if you're in a noisier environment. but you will hear a little something something if like you're in a quieter room. However, one really cool thing about the ambient mode on these earbuds is that it's the active kind, meaning that they'll actively turn off if they detect a sudden spike in loud noise saving you from jump scares, and they'll automatically turn their ambient mode back on once that loud noise stops. Now, this is a pretty big deal because an active ambient mode is still pretty rare for ANC headphones, and especially earbuds.
But finally, here's the microphone test. Now, it's definitely not the best, but it's also not the worst. Now, I might sound a little far away and there might be a slight echo in the background, but you can definitely still take phone calls with these earbuds in a quiet room. But if you try to take phone calls with these earbuds in a noisier environment, even though this microphone does try to isolate your voice, it can alter the way that your voice sounds. So for that reason, I would say if you are going to try to take phone calls with these earbuds, you want to do so in a quieter environment. So, with all that being said, the Razer Hammerhead Pros are a decent pair of everyday carry truly wireless earbuds that sound fun, they have a decent ambient mode, and they're very comfortable to wear. But personally, I would feel more comfortable picking these earbuds up if they're on sale for $150 or a little less, because at $200, these earbuds do struggle to keep up with the rest of the competition. For starters, this case doesn't have wireless charging, which is a pretty standard feature now once we get to the $200 price range. Their combined battery life is lacking a little bit, and their active noise cancellation isn't super impressive. Nonetheless, the Hammerhead Pros are decent, and I'm not mad at them, but they didn't blow me away like the Razer Opus ANC headphones. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit that like button and get subscribed. It helps out more than you realize. If you want to pick any of the products up mentioned in this video, those will be linked in the description down below, and you can also support the channel by checking out the merch store. But other than that, I'll catch you next time.